Hi, my name is Sophia Sturgeon, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about violence against the LGBT community today. I'm going to first start off talking about LGBTQ children and how they're more likely to be bullied, harassed, and subjected to violence at a young age just due to their gender identity and sexual identity. They're also more likely to commit suicide, as well as in other countries, they are kind of subjected to corrective rape in order to try and cure their homosexuality.
I see you crying, crying like you can't take no more. I know you're hiding, but I don't know what you're hiding for. You're like a diamond shining underneath a billion rocks. One of a kind, that don't mean that you're all alone. Not even trying, but damn, I think it's beautiful. Been looking for another like you, but they're out of stock. Don't quit doing what you're doing, cause you're different. I know people say that you're a misfit, but that's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to all the craziness that they can spit in. You know better than to try to fit in. That's the thing I like about you. That's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to the lie, lie, la 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 lie, la 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 lie, lie. That's the thing I like about you. You're from the future, a futuristic fantasy. That style you're rocking is from another galaxy. Everybody's secretly wishing that they could be like you. You're like an alien, big drive of crack inside a stadium. Ain't nobody else walking to the beat. You jump, except for me, I'm following you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't quit doing what you're doing, cause you're different. I know people say that you're a misfit, but that's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to all the craziness that they can spit in. You know better than to try to fit in. That's the thing I like about you. That's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to the lie, lie, la 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 lie, la 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 lie. That's the thing I like about you. Stones, plastics, and bullets from lips, no, they ain't ever taking us out. Stones and sticks and bullets from lips, no, they ain't ever taking us out. Don't quit doing what you're doing, cause you're different. I know people say that you're a misfit, but that's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to all the craziness that they can spit in. You know better than to try to fit in. That's the thing I like about you. That's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to the lie, lie, la 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 lie, la 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 lie. That's the thing I like about you. That's the thing I like about you. Don't listen to the lie, lie.
That video highlighted a lot of the issues faced by young transgender girls who are ostracized by the kids in their peer groups as well as the kids at school. I just can't believe that kids would tell her to go kill herself at such a young age using such harsh words. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about issues of violence facing the LGBT community, and that's sexual assault and domestic violence. In relation to sexual assault, the LGBTQ community face higher results of sexual violence compared to their heterosexual counterparts, as well as half of transgender and bisexual women experience sexual violence at some point in their life. And now to domestic violence, there is 1/10 of the LGBTQ community that experience intimate partner violence, which is pretty upsetting because these are people that they trust. These are people that they're beginning to get close with, and they are mentally and physically abusing them. Now I'm going to continue talking about violence occurring at an early age for the LGBTQ community. A study found that 47% of transgender individuals are sexually assaulted at some point in their life. Like I said earlier, there was a high rate compared to their heterosexual counterparts, but 47% is a very, very high. And now 48% of bisexual women who are rape survivors experience their first rape between the ages of 11 and 17. And you're still growing at the age of 11. You know, you don't even know what having sex really is. So having to be raped is just a horrible experience, and I couldn't even imagine. And 20% of respondents who were incarcerated in jail, prison, or juvenile detention in the past year were sexually assaulted by facility staff during that time. So even in jail, when like you're supposed to be watched over by, you know, guards and stuff, you're still being sexually assaulted inside and out of the community. And 17% of respondents who stayed at one or more homeless shelters in the past year were sexually assaulted at that homeless shelter. I know I talked about domestic violence earlier, but I'm going to go a little bit more into detail about intimate partner violence. And this was a study found from the National Intimate Partner and Sexual Violence Survey. And so 44% of lesbians and 61% of bisexual women experience rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner, as well as 46% of bisexual women have been raped, and 22% of bisexual women have been raped by an intimate partner. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about hate crimes against the LGBTQ community. I know you guys know about the Orlando shooting, which was very sad, and it killed a lot of homosexual men, but I'm going to kind of focus mine on women who experience hate crimes in the LGBTQ community. So 52 reported anti-LGBTQ homicides happened in 2017, so that means one every week, as well as 86, this is an 86% increase from 2016, and 22 of these homicides were of transgender women of color. I don't know if you can see the graph up there. It's not looking too good. As I said, I got my graphs fixed. The correlation between Black and transgender women homicides are pretty rampant. Pretty much, transgender women violence is this big blue part of the graph. And for African American transgender, it's this big blue. So as you can see, the intersection of both race and gender identity results in a lot of violence against African American transgender women.
I'm Shea Diamond. I'm a Black trans woman. Imagine you were me, walking down the street every day. Chances are you would be harassed, assaulted. Chances are you could even be murdered.
That last video was just to kind of give you an insight on African American transgender women experience and their violence that they face in everyday life. And now I kind of want to show you this video about Marsha B. Johnson. She was a big part of the transgender movement. She fought for their rights, and she ended up being murdered. And I just think it goes to show about the hate crimes that African American transgender women are faced with.
I want to say it was the 4th of July. We were going to meet at midnight, but she never showed up. She was in danger.
I was there when they pulled her out. Marsha was so full of life.
Marsha P. Johnson was the Rosa Parks of the LGBT movement.
Darling, I want my gay rights now!
Her case has been cold for 25 years. I'm calling from the Anti-Violence Project here in New York City. I want to try to give Marsha justice.
Marsha! Marsha!
Street people and the drag queens were the vanguard of the movement. Stonewall, Marsha and I fought the cops off.
We were in the streets turning out cars.
The movement started the next day.
Marsha was famous all around the world. But even famous people, cases go cold. This is her case.
It's hard for me to believe that she would commit suicide.
A lot of people think it was a murder.
Marsha had a fear about the mafia.
Something's wrong. We keep on running into a brick wall.
You a private investigator?
No.
Don't play detective yourself, all right? Leave this to the people that should handle it.
We want justice here! To find out who the hell murdered Marsha!
I have been beaten. I have been thrown in jail. I have lost my job for gay liberation. Revolution now!
I don't bite my tongue for nobody, which can get you murdered, you know.
The police just brush it off.
I'll get to the bottom of it. There's a massive number of trans women who have been murdered. And they're yelling out from their graves for justice.
I just want to thank everyone for hanging in there with me. This was pretty hard to do at home, but I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, and I just had a family emergency, and I couldn't make it. Thank you.